Serena Sugden and DS Thea Ramsden are secretly connected in Emmerdale, as the two women work together on a hidden scheme aimed at the Tates. Monday's episode confirmed that the pair have a close relationship and are determined to take down Kim Tate. The actress playing Serena spoke about what viewers can expect, teasing several intriguing developments while revealing more about Serena and Thea's connection. Although she kept quiet about the exact reason behind their actions, she suggested that Monday's revelations are only the beginning of a much bigger storyline. The episode made it clear that Serena and Thea are far closer than they initially appeared. The actress explained that the two women are best friends and confirmed that Thea is the mysterious person Serena has been secretly working with. Recent scenes showed Serena breaking into Home Farm in search of damaging information about the Tates, and it was Thea who was speaking to her on the phone. This was hinted at during Monday's episode, when DS Ramsden reminded Serena that they needed to concentrate on their mission and remember why they had come to the village. Thea is determined to find evidence against the Tates, particularly Kim, and wants Serena to gather enough information to help bring her down. With Thea determined to destroy Kim's reputation and Serena assisting her, questions remain about exactly what they are planning. Their actions suggest they want Kim to suffer a major downfall, while Thea's comments indicate that this goal may have been developing for quite some time. As Thea is a detective, and Serena previously worked in the police force, viewers may wonder whether the pair are attempting to uncover the Tates' crimes and ultimately see them punished. There is also the possibility that someone else could be involved in their secret operation. The actress described Serena and Thea's friendship as a familiar and believable relationship, saying their bond is based on being extremely close friends. She also teased that the storyline will eventually lead to something unexpected, with plenty of dramatic developments still to come. Serena appears to be involved in numerous situations at once, and her latest mission promises to become another major part of her story. She added that the upcoming plot is particularly exciting and interesting for viewers, stressing that what has already been revealed is only the beginning. Further details about Serena and Thea's secret connection also emerged as the actress discussed the storyline. She confirmed that the mystery person Serena had been messaging was Thea all along, and described the pair as exceptionally close friends. Serena originally travelled to the village to reconnect with her family and strengthen those relationships. However, after telling her best friend about her plans to move to Emmerdale, Thea asked Serena to carry out a favour for her. While Serena is dealing with the chaos surrounding her own life, she is also trying to help Thea by secretly gathering information. However, the exact reason behind their mission remains hidden for now. Charity sinks further into her nightmare in Emmerdale as she tells another lie about Dr. Todd. If Charity Dingle needs to come up with yet another false story to protect Sarah Sugden in Emmerdale, she is prepared to do whatever it takes. Sarah recently caused Dr. Caitlin Todd's death after stumbling across a confrontation between the doctor and Charity. Trying to protect herself and her grandmother, Sarah pushed Caitlin away. The doctor lost her balance, struck her head against a table, and died from the injury. Soon afterwards, Serena Sugden helped Sarah and Charity put together a false explanation for what had happened. DS Ramsden later arrived and took Charity away for questioning after Charity claimed that she was responsible for Caitlin's death. Charity was eventually released and returned to the Woolpack with Sarah. However, their relatives were immediately concerned and began asking questions about the disturbing events. Cain Dingle became especially doubtful that Charity was telling the full story, because he knew she would not normally contact the emergency services if she had deliberately done something terrible. Under intense pressure, Charity eventually shocked everyone by claiming that Dr. Todd had sexually assaulted her. The revelation left her family stunned, but Mackenzie Boyd remained outside, with the feeling that Charity was keeping another important secret from him. Charity rejected Mackenzie's attempts to get answers and accused him of failing to support her when she needed him most. However, Mackenzie could not shake the suspicion that there was more behind Charity's story. In the latest episode, he told his wife that he had finally worked out what he believed had happened. Mackenzie then revealed that he thought Charity had deliberately killed Dr. Todd. Charity was secretly relieved that he had not discovered the real circumstances surrounding Caitlin's death. Instead of correcting him, she admitted that he was right and claimed that she had murdered the doctor. Later, Mackenzie approached Sarah and insisted that he knew the truth about Dr. Todd's death. Sarah remained silent, determined not to reveal anything. When Sarah realized that Mackenzie had reached the wrong conclusion, she listened as he warned her to stay calm. He feared that the police could notice her unusual behavior and eventually realize that she was hiding something. With Charity struggling to keep herself together, Sarah becoming increasingly nervous, and DS Ramsden convinced that the pair are concealing the truth, their secret could be exposed at any moment. The question now is how long Charity and Sarah can continue hiding what really happened to Dr. Todd. Dawn's desperate move in Emmerdale as she knocks Graham down with a shovel. Dawn takes a dangerous step in Emmerdale as she turns violent against Graham Foster, showing just how desperate she has become. Her panic stems from her belief that Joe was responsible for leaving her former husband, Billy Fletcher, with a serious brain injury. However, that assumption is completely wrong. Billy once believed the same thing after Caleb Milligan convinced him that Joe was behind the attack. He eventually discovered that Kev Townsend was actually responsible for the injury, but he chose not to tell Dawn. Instead, Billy suggested that he and Dawn escape to Spain together. Caleb supported the idea because he is determined to ruin Joe without directly getting involved himself. Dawn was already considering leaving after discovering how dangerous Joe could be, although he previously managed to convince her to stay. Caleb was furious when he discovered that Billy had withdrawn the police complaint against Joe over the depot attack. However, his mood changed when he learned about Billy's alternative plan to completely destroy Joe's future. Caleb then shared the idea with Ruby Milligan, who agreed that it could work. She also warned him that Dawn must not be allowed to return, making the plan even more sinister. As Joe's wedding day arrives, Graham attempts to reassure him that everything will go smoothly, although his forced expression suggests that he has serious concerns. Meanwhile, Dawn is becoming increasingly anxious as she prepares to put her escape plan into action. Kim's return makes the situation even more complicated, forcing Dawn to find another way to create chaos in Joe's life. Dawn uses memories of her father to push aside her guilt, while trying to keep Kim from interfering with her plans. Billy is also struggling with his conscience because he knows Dawn could make a completely different decision if she discovered that Joe was not the person who attacked him. However, neither of them expected Lucas to become involved. Graham's questioning eventually causes Lucas to crack, and he reveals the plan for Dawn and Billy to flee. Graham now has enough information to interfere with their escape. He later discovers Dawn outside the stables, loading luggage into a car while speaking to Billy on the phone. Graham is stunned that she is preparing to leave, but Dawn insists that Joe is dangerous and that she has no choice but to protect herself. Graham then raises an important question. If Billy was attacked from behind, how could he possibly know that Joe was his attacker? The revelation leaves Dawn deeply unsettled, because Graham's argument makes sense. The actress playing Dawn explained that the discovery changes everything for her character, because she still has strong feelings for Joe and does not truly want to abandon him. However, Dawn has little time to process what Graham has said. When he attempts to take her car keys, her panic takes control. Dawn grabs a shovel and strikes Graham over the head, leaving him helpless as she ties him up before making her escape. Now Dawn is on the run, but with promotional images showing her dressed in funeral clothing, a major question remains. Will Dawn and Billy both survive their desperate escape? Emmerdale airs on weeknights at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is available to stream from 7 a.m. on ITVX and YouTube.